This is neither an Apple nor a Samsung phone, but it's the phone model we've repaired the most. Absolutely no competition. A fan said that while using this phone, it suddenly wouldn't turn on. Those who frequently watch our videos surely know it's because the Snapdragon 888 CPU has weak soldering. The fan was aware of this too, in a rush to recover the data. They took it to a local technician for repair. Unfortunately, the repair was unsuccessful. When they took it to another technician, after just one glance, the technician said it couldn't be fixed. After disassembling the motherboard and inspecting it, we were also shocked. The shield over the CPU had been removed. While removing the shield, part of the motherboard's insulation was torn off. Key chips on the motherboard had clearly been tampered with. The top part of the CPU wasn't even installed. It fell off with just a light touch. This likely happened when the previous technician realized the problem and declared the phone beyond repair. Some people quietly watch the video, but they secretly like, comment, share, repost, and follow. Such people are truly adorable. Tony, with his stubborn nature, always thinks of himself as a savior, relying on his good luck. Giving it a try would just waste half a day. The CPU had been tampered with, so we used a hot air gun to remove it. Upon closer inspection, we found that half of the solder points on both sides hadn't been soldered, but there's nothing to get excited about. Perhaps the previous technician saw the CPU was damaged and just soldered it back haphazardly. We cleaned the motherboard solder pads and connected the power supply to test the motherboard's current. Pressing the power button, the current spiked to about 50 milliamperes. The bottom of the motherboard was working fine. Let's continue dealing with the CPU. By this point, it's almost certain that the CPU itself is damaged, but with Tony's stubborn attitude, he won't give up until the very last step. So I took advantage of the situation and bet him 2 cans of Red Bull that the phone couldn't be repaired. After reapplying solder to the CPU, we moved on to handling the top-level RAM. Then we soldered that back on as well. Next, we installed the CPU. After installing the bottom layer of the CPU, we connected the power supply to test it. Pressing the power button, the current spiked briefly before stabilizing. Without the RAM installed, this current behavior is normal. Could Tony's luck really overcome everything? Let's continue installing the RAM. After installation, we tested it with the power supply. Something amazing happened. It actually booted up. We installed the motherboard back into the case for further testing. Pressing the power button, the logo appeared. We successfully entered the system. Since the data was recovered, the rest didn't matter as much. We removed the motherboard again and replaced the missing fast-charging chip. Then we applied extra thermal paste to the chip. After reassembling the motherboard, the phone was ready. I'm still puzzled about why the previous technician gave up on this repair. Finally, the fan asked us to replace the back cover with a new one. Sure, we took care of that for him. A miracle revival. Fixing a phone like this gives a sense of satisfaction far greater than money.